Welcome back, Year 12. We'll jump into a quick recap of our last class. We looked at different types of pathogens. We split them into two different categories, cellular and non-cellular. So if we look at the cellular pathogens, they're made up of cells. So that includes single-celled bacteria, single-celled or multicellular fungi, obviously mostly multicellular parasites, and then of course single-celled or multicellular protists. The non-cellular pathogens include viruses, which are essentially just a protein coat around some nucleic acid, and prions, which are just a misfolded zombified protein, I like to call them. We have different types of barriers of defense, of which we're going to look at in this video as well, including physical barriers, chemical barriers, and microbiological barriers, also known as microbiota. So, introduction to innate immunity. So the innate immune system is a non-specific immune system. What does that mean? It means it is not specific. It will destroy anything that is a foreign particle inside the body. Okay? And you are born with it. It is innate. Okay? Just like the ability to cry and a baby having the ability to cry, it is something it is born with. Okay, it's composed of two different lines. We call those the first line defense and the second line defense. Okay, and we're going to talk about those today, and they stop you from getting infected from pathogens. So innate immunity, both of these mechanisms involve non-specific response, so it will try to destroy a pathogen like a person flamethrowing, just everything in its way. Okay, there is no identifying, there is no worrying about what it is or how to destroy it. It just starts blasting. That's how I like to say it. All right, so what are some physical barriers? First and foremost, to block these infectious agents, the pathogens we've talked about. So it can include stuff like, and you have to say specifically, intact skin. All right, so not just skin, because you can cut yourself in your skin. So intact skin, which keeps out the pathogens essentially from your internal environment. You have stuff like hair in your nose, your ears, wax in your ears, and then of course mucus. All right, so in your nose, mucous membranes and the secretions of those mucous membranes, of course. Stuff like your throat as well has cilia, all of those things. Okay. So what about plants? What do they have for physical barriers? Essentially, it's their stuff like their bark. All right, so dead phloem tissue, waxy cuticle on the leaves, and of course some of them have thorns and other protruding membranes like trichomes. All right, and of course closing the stomata, because they are all little entrances into the plant's leaves and therefore the plant. Okay.